Hi, I'm back. I want to talk about something slightly different than usual, which is anime, specifically anime without villains, because it's interesting to look at the stories and how conflict is created and dealt with the absence of the traditional bad guys. The three anime are Shokugeki no Soma, Haikyuu, and Sakurasou no Pet na Kanojo. Disclaimers: number one, I am sorry if I pronounced the titles or any names wrong in this video. It is never my intention to offend anyone. 2, this video may contain spoilers. And 3, I'll be talking about them on a very surface level. I've never read the manga, I've only watched the anime series, and for the most part, I'm going off based on memories, and I have the memories of a goldfish. So, as per usual, everything is simply my opinion, and this is for fun and in no way educational. With that out of the way, let's start with the first anime, which is Shokugeki no Soma, or Food Wars. Okay, about Food Wars, I'm mainly talking about the earlier seasons before they introduced Azami and Asahi, because I would consider them as villains. And I wonder what else they have in common. Now, the thing that originally got me interested in the story is the characters' individual motivation. Obviously, the center of the anime is the shokugeki, the competition, the rivalry, and how much they want to be among the top 10. But at the same time, Yukihira Soma wants to beat his dad and be better than him. Nakire Erina wants to live up to her title as the possessor of the god tongue and to get her mother's approval. Tadokoro Megumi wants to make her family and her town proud. Isami Aldini wants to prove that he's not just Takumi's shadow. And this is just to name a few of the first year students. The fact that they all have individual reasons makes it so interesting, and as a viewer, we can choose who do we relate to the most. And obviously Haikyuu is similar in that sense too. It centers around competitions, rivalry, trainings, and motivations. And I think the most intriguing character in terms of motivation is Tsukishima Kei, or Suki. He enjoys the sport, he likes volleyball, but in the earlier seasons, he seems to have some sort of distaste towards Hinata and Kageyama's enthusiasm. Like, he almost hates how much they love volleyball. So when the anime introduces his older brother, Akiteru, and talks about their past, where Akiteru lied to Kei about playing in the team, it kind of makes me understand his character better. Obviously, Suki was upset about what happened. So I feel like his dislike towards others' love for volleyball comes from either his grudge against his brother for the lie, or for not wanting to see the same despair his brother went through in other people or in himself. Also, there seems to be like some level of insecurity in the earlier seasons. It's almost like he's holding himself back from going all in because he feels like he won't be as good as Hinata or Kageyama. So when the whole arc of him being the star middle blocker happened, I was really glad for his character development. I was so excited for that. And then the second character that I think is quite unique is Kita Shinsuke, because his whole thing is about discipline and practice. He believes that that's how you show your passion. That's how you hone your skills. And no matter what the outcome is, you'll know you've done your best. And that's it. Then the last character that I really love is Kenma Kozume. He doesn't seem to have like the same passion for volleyball. He enjoys it, but he doesn't love it, you know what I mean? But he also doesn't hate it. He's not very athletic, he gets tired very easily. I mean, he's good, he's smart, but more than anything, he does it for his friends. He sees how much effort they put into their trainings, they put into the competitions, and he wants to do the same thing for them. And he also tries to view volleyball the same way as he views video games. He wants to level up. And also, I had to watch so many episodes to find one specific clip where someone mentions that Kenma hates losing. And I think that could be one of his motivations too. Okay, with these two anime, right? There's still competition, there's still winning and losing, so you still choose a side even when there's no villains in the storyline. But then there's Sakurasou no Pet na Kanojo, or the Girl Pet of Sakurasou. Let's start with the girl, Shinamoshiro. She's a talented classical painter, but she wants to draw manga. Should she have gone with something that she is extremely good at? Or is she right by pursuing her true passion? Then there's Kanda Sorata, the main character. Early in the series, he struggles with finding his passion and what he wants to pursue in the future, while literally everyone else around him has it all figured out. Then he finds something that he really likes. He wants to become a game developer. So he works hard for it. He tried to learn everything that he needs. But when he goes to pitch his idea to game companies, he gets rejected every time. All of his effort is proven not enough. And then there's also Aoyama Nanami. She wants to be a voice actor and she goes to classes for it, but those classes cost money. And her family doesn't have a lot of that. So when she fails to land any voice acting gig, her family thinks that is a complete waste. There's no villain in this anime, just life. Just conflicts within oneself and the people around them. But it feels evil because it hurts, because it hits too close to home. I guess what I'm trying to say is, even without a definitive bad guy in the story, no villains, there's still conflicts. Because these characters have different motivations, different goals and aspirations, but they don't always get what they want. And that's somewhat true to real life. In fact, you can even look at Nakiri Azami and say, oh, he just has a different point of view of what cooking should be. Because he thinks that gourmet food is the only real food and everything else is garbage. You can also look at Shiratorizawa's volleyball coach and say that he also has a different point of view than most people. Because he thinks that only those who have the physical attributes, like being tall, are real athletes, instead of putting the same emphasis on skills. I'm not saying I agree with them, but I see it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's all from me and my random rant about anime. I'll see you in the next one whenever I have the idea, motivation, and energy to work on something. Bye-bye!